first of all, thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm honored to be your first guest.
So why don't you take us back to your childhood, like how it was for you growing up?
So I think that I had very basic life back in Lithuania. We lived not in a big city in Lithuania. My family is kind of small, and both my mother and father, they were just employees working at the same company for a long time.
It's very normal. Like people back then, they stay in a company for like 10, 15, even 20
30
years.
years.
Oh,
Yes.
really? That's quite a long time.
I think my mom stayed at the same company since the beginning. So it was probably even more than 30 years.
Wow. But growing up, did you have like a dream, like when I turn 20 or turn 21 or something like that, this is what I want to do? It's like entrepreneurs was back then. Like, did you think about it, or did you want to work for someone just like your parents?
In the early childhood, yes, I think I didn't even know about doing business or being entrepreneur. So it was nothing even around in my family or relatives. No one was doing business. So I don't even thought about that. What my parents wanted from me, just to finish school, graduate at school, go to the university, get a degree, and I did everything. I did bachelor's degree, I did master's degree, and I worked as an employee for almost 13 years.
13 years?
Yes.
Wow. So back in Lithuania, what were you doing as a career?
So I have a master's degree in finance management.
Yeah.
So first 7 years, I used to work in finance. Then I quit my job and said finance is boring. And then my last 5 years before quitting my job, I used to work in IT company in doing sales.
Okay, so you work in two companies.
Three companies. Two in finance.
Yeah.
My first company was actually well-known brand Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola,
Yeah, so
wow.
I all three companies I used to work, they are big international companies.
Nice. So how it was working in Coca-Cola?
I think it was very, very great experience, especially for the beginner.
Yeah.
To know, to learn the ethics, to learn how to be a good employee. I got the best background of working, probably because of the very good experience I had in Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So do you think working in big companies like Coca-Cola set you up to what you are doing now?
I'm yes and no, because what I understand now, that being an employee doesn't help you at all to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
It's the first thing. But from the other hand, I think that my studies and my knowledge, both in finance and sales, they really helps me now in doing business.
I agree, because back in like 2013 to 2015, I helped the head of finance in our company prepare taxes and everything, the VAT, the VAT. So when I became an entrepreneur, you have to do everything. Well, I did have an accountant with me to help file submit, but you have to be on top of your finances.
Yes.
You have to know what's going on, what's coming out, what's coming in.
Or at least understand balance or
Yes.
P&L.
Yes, agree. So from Lithuania, you moved to Barcelona. What was going on into your mind when you transitioned from being feeling home in your home country to moving into a completely different country?
I am joking that I was preparing myself to move to Barcelona for almost 10 years. because I visited Barcelona 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And since that time, I always wanted to live here. I don't know, I felt like my place is here, but I haven't had courage for 10 years to move here. But yeah, I think how the life probably changed me. It was a totally different person who visited Barcelona for the first time and who moved here. I am totally different person because a lot of things happened, and yeah, I'm really glad I finally found that courage to do that. But even now, I think compared to the person who moved here and who are sitting here now, it's different again. Because yeah, living in a new country without that home feeling in the beginning, it teaches you a lot.
What are the challenges you first faced when moving to Barcelona?
So I think first challenge was related to finding a place to live, as in most of the big and popular cities. It's a terrible process, and I actually had an option. I found the option even that while I was still back in Lithuania. I came here with the keys already, but
Keys?
yes, because it was a Lithuanian girl
Yes.
who came back to Lithuania. She gave me a keys, and I then directly to her apartment. But as she was not living there for a few months, it was terrible. And I literally cried for the first few days in Barcelona. I cried thinking what I'm gonna do. I don't want to live here. And it was, everything was falling apart. I'm in a new city. I almost don't know anyone. So yeah, I was crying for the first 2 days.
Yeah, well, you did not have any friends?
I cannot call it, at that time I couldn't call it friends, but at least I knew one person, one Lithuanian, who actually really helped me.
Like the setup, where you're gonna go, where is the supermarket, where is all those?
The finding the place, actually, I just moved to her friend for some time until I found a better place to live. So yeah, she helped. And as I moved here with the mentorship program, so I knew that I haven't met on the first days yet, but I had a mentor here. So yeah, I knew that, okay, if it is really terrible, I can ask his help.
Well, why did you move? Did you have any opportunity already waiting for you in Spain? In
I couldn't
Barcelona?
say it was an opportunity, but it was, I mean, it wasn't waiting, but it was an opportunity, let's say, because it is a mentorship program in Europe where a young entrepreneur can move to another country to work with a mentor for 1 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And to gain some experience, some knowledge from experienced mentor. So I moved here with this European Commission program, and I knew that I'm staying for at least 6 months. I'm working on my brand, on my business. So it felt a little bit safer knowing this.
So did you apply in Lithuania?
Yes.
And then they sent you to Spain. To Barcelona.
I could choose where I want to go. So I, as I mentioned in the beginning, I always wanted to live in Barcelona. So I thought that it's a good opportunity to try living here.
Yeah, just curious about this program thing. I think this is useful for other, individuals out there that are willing to try new things and discover themselves. Is this the right thing for me, or what? What is the name of the program?
Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs.
Okay. Is it's not just for students, right?
No, you can be 90 years old.
Yeah, okay.
The main criteria for young entrepreneur is being an entrepreneur for less than 3 years.
Yeah.
And to be a mentor, you have to be an entrepreneur for more than 3 years. So
Okay.
you are called experienced now, and if it is less than 3, you are a new entrepreneur.
Interesting. So now you're in Barcelona and you're building something right now. Please tell me, what is your project and what is it about?
So my brand is called Bonodora, and it is sensory branding. I do sensory branding. We build, actually during this mentorship program, we build my brand, my mentor and his agents, because he's one of the partners of international branding agency. We build my brand Bonodora, which it's kind of my kid. We build Bonodora. We also build the methodology, how I work, how I help companies to find what fragrance fits to their brand based on their values and some other keywords and emotions about that brand. So sensory branding is a new, I would say, marketing and branding concept where how to explain, where it helps to evoke emotions for your audience, for your clients, and this is how people remember the brand or the product. That's the main idea of sensory branding.
So when I first met you in an event and you explained your project, I was like, this is interesting. But honestly, I did not know much about it. But like, you had to explain it to us, like, I think several times for us to get it, because it's not just a brand, it's a user experience.
Yes.
Can you like elaborate more, like what it said in a bigger picture?
So and I think I can go back. The oldest, I would say, marketing and branding concept was called 4P: product, price, placement, and I forgot the fourth thing, where all the marketing and branding was kind of focusing on. And as everything evolves, marketing also changes, and marketing concepts also evolves. And now it's a marketing and branding should focus on new things. That's why it is not that important anymore what's your product. People are buying based on emotions and how they feel. And sensory branding really helps to evoke these emotions to your customers, that they would be interested to your product, or they would be your brand ambassadors. It's about, as you said, it's about creating an unforgettable user or customer experience by using fragrance, by using some taste experiences, touch experiences. The idea is that the customer could feel your service, your product. Then we had a feeling, we had at the same time we had an emotion, and we couldn't forget it. If it really makes us happy, or if we really enjoy, we will keep thinking about it and tell to everyone else, oh, I've been there, it was very nice experience. This is how you create awareness. And even on social media you can create like viral posts using your custom. You don't need to make them by yourself. Your customers can make advertisement and viral posts to you. If you create this I don't know, something extraordinary, let's say, about your brand or product?
I think it reminds me of buying luxury
Yes.
compared to other brands.
Luxury brands were still are the first ones that already uses sensory branding a lot, and sensory branding comes from US, and mostly from first brands were casinos that started using it, and then hotels as a user. It is very important, their customer experience in the hotels, and then all the retail brands started using this. But as I mentioned, it is already much more popular in US, I'd say, than in Europe.
Okay. So, for example, if I think most people can relate to this. When they buy Apple products,
Yes.
the box, it feels nice when you touch it. You don't just go into the product itself, but you go first look at the box, how it feels.
Yes. And even unpacking, it's tactile experience.
So when you open it, what does it smell like? And it adds to like experience. And when you open something that smells so good, you kind of feel like this is worth buying. Or if you receive a package that is packed really well, the texture is very nice, smooth, and basically how it looks like, it adds to the worth of your product as well. Like people are more willing to buy, or add more to the price if there's additional experience, not just like when you open it, this is my product, that's it, and then you throw. And some of the people, I keep the boxes. It's really nice, and I keep it to use for the future, transactions that I have, or if I want to give a gift to someone, I reuse it. So I think sustainability is actually
it's one more thing that's important. But I really love that you mentioned Apple, because it's my favorite brand I used to say that it's like the perfect example of using sensory branding. We all know how many people are waiting in a line, then the new iPhone is going to be released, and then you can buy it. And this is how the love for the brand is created. People actually loves the brand, and they don't care that much about the product. They don't know what's the next Apple iPhone is. If it is like, I mean, of course, they are getting better and better, but you don't know features yet, but you are already waiting to buy it.
And this is what Bonodora is doing. You help clients to have this sensory experience for their customers as well.
To make brands be loved, be unforgettable, stick. I really love to say that I make brands to stick in our hearts and minds.
So far, do you have clients in Spain?
No.
Not yet?
No.
So most of Bonodora's clients are individuals, or
not individuals, it's companies, but I still work mostly with Lithuanian clients.
Yes. And they're based in Lithuania.
Yes.
That's good. Yes. So during your entrepreneurship as a solo one, can you share what are like the extreme challenges that you experience, or probably you are experiencing right now? And is there any method that you are doing to help yourself to get over that or cope up with that?
So I think being the biggest challenge, at least for me, as being an solopreneur, it's working a lot, networking a lot, and getting burnout. At the moment, I'm dealing with a second burnout in almost 3 years since I moved here. So I usually say that being a solopreneur, or even being entrepreneur in general, and doing your own business, it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Every day you can be, not even every day, few times a day you can be extremely high and extremely down. So imagine, like, our emotions are going crazy a few times per day. So it is difficult to, I think, your emotional state and finding a balance between work and your life, it's the biggest challenges. And I think, yeah, so I even though after the first burnout I know the recipe, or what is good to do or what is not that good to do, but it is difficult to find this balance because you are used to work a lot. You work 24/7, at least in your mind.
Yes.
uh, and yeah, after the first burnout, I even promised myself that I will not bring myself here again. I said, I really promised you, because it was very, very difficult. I spent almost 2 months in bed, having health problems, feeling unmotivated, feeling self-pity, didn't want to do anything. It was really, really terrible. And even though I promised that it will not happen again, I am there again, not in that bad stage, let's say. But yeah, so even though I knew the recipe, that I have to give more time to myself, to take care of my body, to rest more, but I'm bad in managing that. I can admit that.
So for me, when I first moved into a new country, and in a country that where I first set up my business as well, I did have support, but I really have to learn the culture, how business works, and then how to navigate the bureaucracy in that country as well. Like what are the rules that I need to follow, because they're kind of strict as well, very strict. So I came from the Philippines and then moved to Finland. And in Finland, everything is centralized. So if you submit something, well, this is easier. When you submit something, it updates everything, which is convenient for me as an entrepreneur, because I don't need to learn how to submit it here to this agency, to local. So when you submit, for example, tax filing, you have to submit here, then it just updates everything.
It's already digital, yes?
Yes, but I think for me, it's the culture, because I came from the Philippines where you can easily talk to people and do basically approach people and do business. In that country, they're very, it's not an open culture. They're very
I
closed.
know, I can relate to Scandinavian culture as well, yeah.
So I had to learn the culture. I probably did not adapt too well, but having that experience and challenges really helped me matured a lot.
How long have you stayed there?
So 4.5 years, but I had support. I had my husband there, which you don't have here. You don't have, like a very close person that can tell you, like, I think you should do this, you should do that. I think it's wrong. And when you fall down, at least I have someone to, like, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, or stop you at the right time. That then they see that something is going wrong.
Yeah, but you don't have it here. No. Did you have any, like, later on? Did you reach out to anyone, or did you realize that maybe I should have one or two people around me just to guide you or help you or support you, because this is not an easy journey. This is like it's just like what you said. There's like a time in a day where you feel like, oh my God, my business is working. I have so many great ideas. I have idea one, two, three, how to
Yes.
scale up my business. Then all of a sudden, there's something that creeps in and like, shucks,
Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing. And all of a sudden, your energy just goes down and like you cry
Yeah.
and like, what am I gonna do next? And then after that, you're like, no, I need to pick up myself. And then you're happy again. But did you have, or did you reach out to people?
I'm trying to remember how was it for the first time. I think for the first time I realized that I'm in a really bad condition. Just then my health was really bad already. I told you I had to stay in bed with a huge fever for almost, it wasn't like fever always, but it took me almost 2 months to start feeling better. And then I noticed that, okay, it's probably burnout. My immune system doesn't work at all. If I get a little bit of wind, it's my temperature is 39 degrees.
Wow.
Yes, and it was few times in a month, in 2 months. If I go out, I came back with a fever again. So then I noticed that, okay, I'm not just sick with a cold, but it's something wrong with my immune system and my health. And then I started probably reading about burnout, and I noticed that it's already third stage, if I'm not mistaken. Then your like physical health is not good anymore. So I missed first stage, second stage, and after, in third stage I understood that it is a burnout, even though I felt that it's not good. I don't have a motivation. I don't have a like good ideas. I'm not productive. I was struggling for a few months already, but I thought, okay, it's kind of hard period now. I have to push more. And I put much more pressure on me, pushing myself, working, having no results. I I'm getting emotional remembering that, because I now feel that how bad I was to myself doing this. Yeah, it's really sad. But uh, on the other hand, I think that happens because I really love what I do, and it's my passion. It's my childhood dream, and my wrong thought was that I cannot have a burnout because I love what I do.
Yeah.
And it is extremely opposite.
Yeah. There's a saying that if you're doing what you really love, there's like, compared to you're doing things that you're just doing it because you need to do it.
Yeah.
But in reality, if you overdo your body, even though you like what you're doing, eventually you feel that it's your energy is draining. You're kind of losing yourself as well.
Yeah.
So rest is really important, and I think allocating work to others, if you have too many things going on, I think it really helps.
I can tell you my next burnout story, why this happened this year. In the beginning of the year, I uh, had some people to help me to join my team. We were already free in a team, and they are new people. At the same time, they still had their full-time jobs, but they loved my business. They loved the idea. They believed in that. They wanted to help me, and we were working together. And after a few months, I felt like we are free already. We have let's say 3 times more ideas, things to do, motivation and everything. But at the same time, I felt that I am doing 3 times more tasks and things still kind of alone. Oh, yes, they helped me, but they haven't had enough experience and knowledge since the beginning.
So you have to teach them.
Yes. And I had to teach them and still do almost 3 times things more, because we had more ideas. We will do this and that, and I still was the main person doing everything.
Yeah. I mean, training someone, well, if you're the experienced one, you have to train new people in your team. And it requires a lot of work, like explaining things, how you started. This is the process that I want you to follow. And even though they can be creative, it should be aligned with what Bonodora is actually doing. And sometimes when you get too creative, you don't really notice that, oh, I'm getting out of what the project is doing. So you need to tell them again that, okay, this is what we need to do. This is the processes. This is what Bonodora is doing. And everything that we need to do needs to be in this.
Yeah. And from what was difficult for me, I was alone. So I haven't had like processes written on the paper. I was doing everything myself, how I felt that time. So even for me, it was kind of complicated to explain how to do things. I was expecting probably people come and help me, even the ideas and the processes, how we can do, because we are like, they were 2 new people, and even my company is still new. I wanted to build together.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I couldn't even tell them, let's do this step by step. I was expecting that they help me to build it, but yeah, so it was very, very difficult. And that's why after like 5 months working like that, I got burnout.
Are they still working with you right now, or you decided?
We had a break at the moment, because I couldn't put that much effort, and I said that, okay, I have to like step back, rest a little bit, rethink everything, because I cannot handle that many tasks and things we want to do. So yeah, we are on a break now.
So I'm just gonna go back. So the Erasmus people that you meet, so once the program is ended, do you still contact them for some support, or no?
It is not like required to stay in contact, and usually people are even go back to their countries. Okay. I am the one who stayed here. So we had a few potential clients together, but yeah, we are not like in contact very often. But yeah, if I need something, or if they need something from me, I think we can call each other. We are in contact, but not like very warm and daily
communication.
Yeah.
Okay, this was quite an experience. I think training someone is difficult when yeah, because I'm the opposite. I like writing down in papers the processes, strategy. I just like writing.
For me, everything is in my mind.
Yes, I know some people like that as well. So when you come in, it's you know what you need to do, but to explain the details to
Yes.
others, it's quite challenging because you don't have everything in paper. I understand that because I'm the opposite. And when I come into like a company, I want like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is the process. This is what I don't need to do, so that I don't get told off. But yeah, it is a challenge. So I just want to like talk about more of Bonodora because this is really an interesting project for me. And as I told you before, I wasn't really into fragrance until 2, 3 years ago. It was my husband who was really into fragrance. Like every time he comes out the bathroom, he smells good, different smell. Like, and he tells me about, oh, I feel like this today. Oh, maybe I feel masculine today. I'm gonna use this. Like, there's a character in it.
Yes.
And over time, I was like, this is really interesting. So you come out the toilet and you feel like a different person depending on your mood and what perfume you wear. But for Bonodora, can you please enlighten me how Bonodora came out? Like when you were a kid, you said this is your childhood dream. Like who influenced you? Like who are the people that made you realize that this is what I want to do. This is interesting for me. And then to now that you're slowly building it from the beginning, like, is it your mom, your grandma?
Yes, exactly. I remember since I was a really small child, uh, every time my mother or my grandmother, they were going somewhere out, I was always looking at them and thinking how, okay, they, because at home they are wives, doing housekeeping and everything. And before going out, they change their outfit. And just before leaving home, they always put perfume. And then you see that then they step through the door outside. They are not the same housewife anymore, but they became a lady. And I was always thinking, what is this like magical liquid? What do they use? Because yeah, I understood that changing your clothes is one thing, but what do they put that they even look and feel different? So this is my first first insight about perfume as something magic, as changing your mood and how you feel. And I was always interested. I remember myself playing with the perfume bottles because I couldn't use them. It was not probably it was not easy at that time to get the perfume. So my mom and my grandmother, they had like just a few small bottles, and they were saving them, of course.
Special occasions.
Yes. But I was always interested, and I was thinking, oh, I really felt like I want to make this magic liquid. I felt how I saw how people uh, changes then using it, and I felt I want to do this. And of course, then I was growing up. I was always thinking about that, but with the time I understood that I probably have no chance to become a perfumer because it is, I don't know, very prestigious, let's say, occupation. And I found out that in Lithuania it was nothing related with perfume at all. We have no perfume industry. These days are getting more and more popular, but let's say 20 years ago it was nothing about perfumery. And yeah, I just told myself that okay, it's your dream. It is not possible to pursue this dream. And yeah, I remember I was even saying to myself that, okay, if you want to be a perfumer, you were supposed to born in France. So you are not lucky that you are not born in France.
We have this doubt sometimes. I do have doubts as well, but I think it's nice that finally you're in the industry and you're doing what you really like to do.
I'm even feel grateful to myself and thankful that I haven't like let go of this dream. I really sometimes then I understand that I became a fragrance designer and I can create perfumes and fragrances, and I think, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you that you did that.
I think it's a talent, you know. Like you go into a shop and you smell all these perfumes, and at least for me, I always wonder what's in here and how do they do this? Where do they get the ingredients?
Yeah.
Like, because I have no idea how. I just know it smells nice. I need to have this. I need to spray this. And you know, the behind the scenes, I have no idea, and I know it's not easy, because I think now at least for me, my complaint is when you buy a perfume, when you spray it, it only lasts like 10 minutes and then you don't smell it. And when I find a perfume that stays, then I'm like, I'm hooked into that. This is what I want. Because even after like, I don't know, 10 hours, you smell yourself, or someone said, oh, you smell nice. It's like, oh, it's been 10 hours, so you can still smell me. And that's it's nice. And for example, in a hotel, I think I mentioned this to you before. Every time we go in a hotel, especially in the toilet, and you smell something, it leaves a mark. Yeah. And you remember that place, like, oh, let's go there because it just smells so good.
Exactly. And it's the reason why you want to go back, because you feel emotion. It makes you feel good.
And when it smells nice, it feels clean, right? It feels clean. So I want to go there because it's nice, it's clean. But you don't know if it's clean. It just no, it's true.
Yes.
It just feels, it just smells so nice that it leaves something in your head. And then I want to go back there. I want to go back there because it gave you like a feeling that you don't forget. And I think, you know, with Bonodora, that's what you're doing. But at the moment, are you continuously strategizing Bonodora, like adding more work into it so that you can, you know, scale up?
Yeah, so yeah, as I probably haven't mentioned in the beginning, that we are sensory branding company. We work with some partners that can do audio branding or visual branding as well, because I can do everything myself, but my personal focus is on scent branding, what you mentioned now and how it works. You can even improve your service or your product quality. As you said, you feel like it's cleaner, but you know, so yeah, all of these things really help brands to I cannot say make better quality service, but to provide the feeling that it is better than it is. And yes, to answer your question, yes, I now started working with one branding agency in Lithuania, and they were really interested in what I do, and they noticed that it's kind of new concept of branding and marketing. So they told me that, okay, we can we work together? We want to provide this kind of services to our clients, because they are already in the market for 18 years.
Okay.
They have a lot of clients, and they were looking for something new to offer for their clients. To they were looking the ways how to stand out in the market, because there are a lot of branding agencies, but what's your unique value proposition to your clients? So I thought that it's a very good way to start growing, and I probably will look for a few agencies in different countries, and this is my vision at the moment, how we can start growing.
So I'm curious about the audio that you mentioned. I have no idea as well. How can you link Bonodora to audio?
So, okay, do you watch Netflix?
Yes.
Do you remember the sound when you start Netflix?
Ding!
Exactly. This is how audio branding works. All of these, how to call, all of these elements of sensory branding can create one of the things that main thing, let's say, they improve your brand awareness even without seeing your brand. So hearing the jingle, you immediately think about Netflix, even though you are in another room. If someone opens Netflix, you can know that it is Netflix. Or I don't know, Windows, they're very old sound. What else? It is very nice. I think this year, a few months ago, it was kind of viral, like posts in social media. It is the brand of probably Italian pasta, Barilla. Yes, so they created Spotify playlists of some songs related to the kind of pasta, and how the playlist is the same long as you have to boil the pasta.
Okay, that's
so
interesting.
Yes, for different kinds of pasta, you have like 7, 9, 11 minutes long playlists to use them instead of the alarm or something else. Then you boil pasta, and everyone was talking about it. It really gone viral, and it doesn't even need a lot of investment. But can you imagine how many people around the world knew about this pasta, then it went viral?
Wow,
So it can be jingles, it can be something special.
Color
as well. I mean, color is kind of used now because all the brands use like the main color, and you can be like, people know even from far away, if they see your brand color, they can start thinking, okay, it might, if even though I don't see written brand, but they can understand that it might be this brand. At the same time, texture, as we talked about Apple, Apple uses everything. They use texture. That's why it's very like, you want to touch the package. They use scent. They use audios in their shops. They invite you to come there, to touch, to smell and feel the brand and the product.
Interesting. I think I knew about the sound, but I didn't think of it as, related to that.
I think all the elements are more or less already used, but I think it is not enough like information and education about this like name. It is sensory branding. So I think that's why it's kind of a long and tiring process for me, because I have to educate the market first to say them it is sensory branding. It is how you can use it. There is the benefits here. So do you want to stand out? Do you want to make a real true connection with your customers? Do you want to make them loyal? That's the main things I have to go through this process with my clients, and then at the end I create that mind by myself, because now they don't even know that they need that, and that it can help them. So we go through like educational, I probably can call that I do educational marketing.
Yeah.
And it takes time, it is tiring, but I am pretty sure, and I know why, especially of the technology, what is happening now, and it is already a term called the Internet of Senses.
Yeah.
And it is said that until 2030, we will be able to satisfy our senses even in a digital world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just need a few more years, then we'll start booming, I'm sure.
Yeah, it made me think of my own brand. You know, as a starter to this, I've been watching a lot of podcasts, and there are pods that stand out because of the background, the setup, the color, and some of them are very dim, but it has a cinematic look, and some of them very white, just bright. And I think for someone that's starting like me, it's important to check what
Yes.
would be ideal
Yes.
for me, so that when the audience watch me the first time, they remember how it was, and then they would go back again, and like, not just because of the content, but
No.
also like the overall
Environment.
Experience of the podcast. And like,
Yes.
well, that's interesting. I'd
And
like to know more about that.
I really like that you mentioned that it is important to check what kind of message or emotion all the details provide to your audience. Because even now I see that brands, as I said, some of them uses audio, some of them uses fragrances, but at the end they don't know what kind of emotion it evokes, if it is if it really provides or gives the same message as your visual branding. You have to connect all of the 5 elements, let's say, or less elements, but they have to say the same thing if you really want to stuck in someone's head. Or because if they say different, if they provide different messages, your audience gets confused.
Yeah.
Why I feel this? Why one day I feel this about brand or about podcast, as you said? Why it one day makes me feel like this, another day totally different? So that's the most important, and probably the my job is to help companies to really choose 1, 2, 3 emotions, messages, and always communicate the same messages to your audience.